Welcome back to NETsn, Game 2 of the doubleheader here at Wagstaff Gymnasium on the campus of Tyler Junior College, as we have a top 8 matchup between Forney Jackrabbits and the Mount Pleasant Tigers. Hello, everyone. I'm Bret CM. Alongside of me is Corey Marshall. And Corey, how's it going? That was a good game 1, wasn't it?
That was a great game 1.
You got 2 teams here that have played each other before. Talked to Coach Holloway of Forney a little bit earlier, and he said that Mount Pleasant got up 17-0 early on them, and they were able to cut it. They only lost by 9, but if Forney is to stay with this Mount Pleasant team, they're going to have to get off to a good start.
Yep. Undefeated team versus a team that they played before. So Forney's going to look at some revenge. They're going to try to. But, I mean, if you're undefeated for a reason. So.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Congressman Rand in the house, Corey. It's so important.
But, I mean, like I said, if you're undefeated for a reason. So you got to come out and got to play good basketball. But you don't want to play an undefeated team. And, you know, I hate the whole undefeated stuff because you hadn't lost. The good thing is you don't know how to lose. The bad thing is
you don't know how to lose.
Your one loss
could
get in the whole season.
Yeah.
So
well, and you got to wonder if Forney is to throw a knockout blow early. Does Mount Pleasant oh no, this could be it, and you know, have some problems, or
it have to be a hell of a knockout blow.
Yeah, it would have to be, but 2 teams like this, you know, you come into this game, you got Forney at 29-4, so they've only have 4 losses. One of them was to Mount Pleasant. You got Mount Pleasant at 34-0, so 4 losses in 2 teams. Good basketball there. Forney's district, you know, they had Lancaster and the Red Oak in their district.
Right.
So 2 of those losses were in that district. The other one was to Mount Pleasant. So outside of that, they're only 1 loss anywhere else. So, you know, that says a lot for Forney's schedule and who they played. So this is going to be just a title fight tonight.
Big matchup tonight. Peyton Chisholm from Mount Pleasant, one of the top guards in the country, top guards in the state of Texas at least. So I'm anxious to see him play and see how he does tonight. Big guard, good guard.
All right, well, we'll take it down to the floor for the national anthem and the starting lineups here. We're back for the tip right here on NETsn.
Tonight's second ball game area playoff features the Tigers from Mount Pleasant High School and versus the Jackrabbits from Forney High School. As a reminder, per UIL regulations, artificial noisemakers are prohibited during tonight's contest. As we introduce our starting lineup, starting and for the 6'4" junior, wearing number 3 for the Mount Pleasant Tigers, Kyle Price. At guard, 6'4" sophomore, wearing number 5, Reggie Webster. At 5'10" guard, senior number 10, Kelsey Martin. A 6' senior guard, number 11, Peyton Chisholm. And then for 6'1" freshman, number 24, Carter Chisholm. Your head coach and athletic director, Joey Chisholm, for your Mount Pleasant Tigers. Starting lineup for the Jackrabbits from Forney High School. Jackson Sanders. At guard, a 6'3" senior, number 3, Jaden Jefferson. At guard, a 6' senior, wide number 5, Aiden McDonald. And at guard, 6'2" senior, wide number 12, T. Edwards. Head coach Mark Holloway for the Jackrabbits with Forney. All right, fans, let's make some noise. Mount Pleasant Tigers! Boos and noise for your Jackrabbit from Forney!
All right, Corey. It's time for the opening tip here.
All right.
Hey, great defense strategy, coach. So we've got
Oh, you good?
a big one here, Corey, as we go to
yeah.
the opening tip. What's your keys to this one?
Win for Mount Pleasant, 1-0.
And, ooh, swatted away early. Blocked by Jaden Jefferson. No easy points, Corey.
Yeah, like, what was I say? The key to the game for Mount Pleasant, week 0, 1-0, win the week. So all you got to do is win the game. If you're Forney, look for the upset. Can't miss any opportunities, don't miss any plays, good play.
Oh, dunk off the opening basket. Guy Price with a slam.
How did you not see that coming?
It's a good way to get started.
Right.
3 up. Bang. Jackson Sanders starts off with a 3. Corey, I think this might be a little bit higher scoring than the last game.
Yeah.
So Mount Pleasant looking for points on their second possession here. Corner 3, short. Rebound Forney. Oh, and it came off the referee. Referee's in play.
So if I'm not mistaken, Mount Pleasant beat Red Oak last year in the playoffs. So
is that a pre?
they're a familiar foe. I think they played in Greenville last year. I'm not mistaken. If I could be mistaken, but I think they've played this team before.
Well, it could be, or it could be in district rematch with Forney. So we'll see what we end up with. Ooh,
To the basketball.
nice hands. Able to catch that one, corralled in.
Don't make a lazy pass.
Forney with the steal. They're looking to run. Ooh, nice cut, but just couldn't connect there. Looks like Aiden McDonald was open.
It's one of those passes you don't want to pass him where he's coming from or where he's going to be.
So Mount Pleasant trailing 3-2 here. Getting a nice movement of this offense here. Skip over.
Big shot.
3, bang. Kelsey Morris for 3. So both teams coming out shooting the ball well here early.
They're going to call a hand check in a minute.
Ooh. There it was, and they waited till he shot it.
Right.
So foul charge to Mount Pleasant's number 10, Kelsey Morris. His first team foul of the half for Mount Pleasant. And we go to the free throw line. It's going to be a big key to this game. One of the things I always think is the key, one of my go-tos, is the free throws. Who can take advantage of the freebies?
I mean, honestly, it's a good matchup either way. Mount Pleasant's guards may be just a little bit better than Forney's guards. But like I said, you always want to, that's the best thing about high school sports. You pretty much have an advantage. You just have an opportunity to play that team again, even if they beat you.
Yep.
So,
corner.
Done good on the baseline.
Ooh, and it's going to be a block there as that drive by Morris. He drew the foul there. Foul charge to number 0, Rodney Harrison. His first team foul for Forney. And Mount Pleasant will set it back up. Ooh, nice drive. And good defense.
Stuck his hand in there, got that.
I feel like these teams are fairly similar.
Yeah.
We don't have the style differential like we did in game 1.
Well, I mean, they're both the same color if you look at it.
Yeah. You got black and gold on both sides. Little floater off the glass, no good by Mount Pleasant, and Forney pulls down the rebound. Ooh, got away with that one as it ended up in Forney's hands.
Forney's got a student section here tonight. All right.
There we go. So Mount Pleasant, wide open 3. Long, and Forney pulls the rebound. That's
2 hands, big fella.
Jaden Jefferson with the rebound. So, ooh, deep 3. Ooh,
disrespectful 3.
That was deep. A little floater off the mark, and Mount Pleasant pulls down the rebound. That's Carter Chisholm.
He got pulled as well.
So we got 2 Chisholms on the floor, and we got a Chisholm on the bench. Usually is a good sign when you got a lot of coaches' kids on the team. Little weave action here, and Pleasant gets it back, and Forney steals it back. So Forney looks to run, 2-on-2. Right hand on the left side, and that's rejected by Mount Pleasant, and they look to run now. Ooh, pull up. Off the mark, ooh. Tip up, and it's gonna stay with Mount Pleasant here. Early substitution for Mount Pleasant. Kyler Smith checks in the game. This little pick and roll, trying to get the mismatch here. See if they go inside to Smith. He clears out, Euro step, no good from Chisholm. And Forney picks it up. Looking. McDonald, 3, short.
Good rebound.
Everyone kind of got cold. Came out hot, and then they've kind of gotten cold here. Another Euro floater in the lane, and good.
Of course it was going to be a Euro step.
Huh?
Of course it was going to be a Euro step.
Yeah. It's a nice move by Webster.
I'm on the trap.
And bucket good. That's number 12, Janarius Edwards. His 3rd point of the night. Back and forth we go. Long jumper for 2, in and out. Followed, nice job. That's Kyler Smith.
Got to rebound the basketball.
Yep.
Especially offensive
rebounds. Second chance points are big key.
Don't want to get those up.
Well, if you want to win anyway.
That changed the score. There we go. So it was a big shot.
Ooh, deep. In and out for Forney's McDonald, and Mount Pleasant looking to run. Saves it, but stepped out of bounds.
The ball was going out of bounds either way it went.
Yeah.
He tried to do the best he could. But that's the best thing about TJC. I know a lot of people don't remember this. Some people do. Remember the old wooden bleachers? It was just one row.
Ooh, yeah.
But
I sat on those a lot of times coming up for the Wagstaff tournament.
But those are the best seats in the house, though, man. I like the old wooden bleachers, the bottom row, courtside.
Yeah.
But still.
Chisholm into the lane, off the mark, and rebound Forney. They look to run. It's a track meet out here, Corey. Up and down.
Gotta let that play.
Foul charge to number 13, Kyler Smith, his first. Second team foul on Mount Pleasant here, and Forney will take the ball out under their own basket. We'll see what Coach Holloway draws up here. Donald drive, kick out. Ooh, dropped the ball. Good defense by Mount Pleasant.
Got to balance the side.
Oh, nice no-look pass on the baseline. Able to find Harrison wide open for two. Ooh, that was a nice no-looker. So 9-8 Mount Pleasant. Chisholm off the mark. Rebound Harrison.
It's one thing about playing teams like Mount Pleasant, teams that are undefeated. They've won a lot of basketball games. They've been playing a long time. It's hard to weather that team.
Oh, what a three in the corner. Jaden Jefferson. And Matt Forney takes the lead here. We got a timeout taken, 30-second timeout for Mount Pleasant. We'll take it with them.
I was going to say, I didn't want to go timeout. Yeah, I was going to
You want to stay here? Go, okay, go for it.
I was gonna say, so Mount Pleasant's undefeated. The mental psyche behind that, you know, that's why I said it's very hard to just justify we haven't won the basketball games. But the ebb and flow of the season is a big difference right now in the game. You know, maybe they haven't been down, maybe they haven't been punched in the mouth early. I hate using that analogy, but that's probably one of the best analogies there. Maybe they haven't been punched in the mouth early. Right now, if you're Forney, you don't want to get off the gas. Because Holloway's saying you want this thing to keep going. It's an ebb and flow in the game, obviously, but if you're Mount Pleasant, stay the course. This is the perfect time for them to stay the course and get a win.
So Forney up by 2 here, and Mount Pleasant has the ball. We'll see if they can set something up here out of the timeout.
Because Forney's playing with house money. They got nothing to lose.
Oh, ball's tipped, but it's going to be interference at win anyway. So nice floater there for Mount Pleasant. That was number 10, Kelsey Morris.
Now here comes a press, which I knew was going to happen eventually.
And a man pressure. Ooh, that was double dribble, I thought. And then that's Morris with the steal. Let's see what he goes up. And he's going to go to the line. Nice job by Morris.
It's always that once that first press comes on us, you know you're starting to play a little bit.
Fouls on Aiden McDonald, number 5 of Forney, his first, second team foul. Got Kelsey Morris, the 5'10 senior guard at the line, makes the first.
This gym filled up quick, didn't it?
It did, and there was a lot of fans that left from Lufkin, so I mean, it just shows that the fan base has really traveled well tonight.
It's a lot of fans here tonight. Got the legendary Coach Marcus here and TJC. It's a legendary Hall of Famer. Oh, should I say?
Yeah, don't mess that up. It's 2 for 2 at the line for Morris.
I don't want to disrespect him like that. Hall of Famer. Yeah, I've known him for a long time. He's got a good program here at TJC. Of course, Jimmy Butler was here as well. So.
Mount Pleasant looking for someone out of the inbounds play into the basket. In the lane, in and out, and a nice putback. Kai Price with the putback. His 4th point.
You want to win games, you can't get him with rebounds. Good pass.
Oh, under the basket. McDonald, deep 3. Off the mark.
It's a good box out.
And they're going to get Forney for over the back on Harrison. That's his second.
So I'm going to tell you what should have happened. Instead of him shooting that 3-pointer, he should have passed it over. Made the extra pass.
Head fake. Give him the Jabari Rice head fake.
I don't even give him that. I take the ball, take it, get it back out, pass it over.
Because they were jumping at him.
You don't want to take you want to take a NBA range 3, or you want to take a NCAA.
Well, yeah, I was going to give him a head fake and then go to the hole.
Nah, that's too many people down there.
The 3-point. Then throw the lob, dunk. That's what I'm going for, Corey. Come on.
Got to space the court out, man.
He would space it out. He draws the defense.
It's too many people in the lane anyway.
At the horn, off the mark, rebound. It's going to go out of bounds off Forney, so Mount Pleasant will get a shot with 1 second left. So 1.1 to go.
That's a lob to the basket.
Let's see what they go with here. They got to shoot it, and they didn't get it off. Got to know to pass the ball in and get the shot off right there. So after 1 period of play here in Wagstaff, it's Mount Pleasant 15, Forney 11. We're back for the second quarter right here on NETsn. Back here for second quarter action on NETsn as Mount Pleasant leads 15-11. And Corey, what did you see after that first period?
Both teams trying to fill each other out. Obviously, they played before. Just trying to see exactly what would work eventually. But like I said, it's Forney's got themselves in position to make good plays. They got to capitalize. They got to make shots.
Oh, rejected. Price rejects that one. Mount Pleasant looks to go. Three-pointer top key off the mark. It's no good there for Webster. And Forney comes back down on the offensive end, and they'll set it up. So we got a 2-3 zone playing out really high. A little defensive switch up here for Mount Pleasant.
They want to get it and run. They want to get the rebound. They want to run.
There's a lot of space there at the free throw line. I was going to say that's where they need to attack it. They're going to come up that high. And then if you see the middle guy come up, then it's going to be open for the lob. So you're going to see if they can attack that zone. And Mount Pleasant did a good job of throwing that defense in and confuse them and gets the ball back and goes down and scores. That's Carter Chisholm.
Stole.
Oh, they stole it. Back up and two. So 2 straight buckets. You got a full timeout from Forney.
I ask, whose house is it tonight?
Wow, Corey.
Is it the Jackrabbit's house? Or is it the Tiger's house?
I don't know. It's NETsn's house tonight, Corey, and they're just living in it.
I don't know, man. Nelson, he think he's a DJ. I don't know.
I don't know, but Morris has been huge so far for Mount Pleasant. He's got 9 early. The defensive pressure here is starting to wear on Forney a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, clearly they went to a zone. They're trying to speed up the tempo. They're trying to make them get one shot, rebound, kick it. If you notice, they pushed it out of the transition. They want to score in transition for Mount Pleasant. Not worry about the baskets. The game was entirely too slow for them. Yeah. They want to speed it up a little bit, and they're not wrong. I like an up-tempo style game myself, especially if I got some guards that can go.
I'm partial to that too, Corey.
Right.
I like baskets being scored.
Let's go. Let's run. Let's get up the court. I'll be dribbling the ball too much.
So Forney, see if Forney comes out and see how they handle the pressure. I guess a jump trap there from Mount Pleasant. Forney breaks it. Floater in the lane. Good. Nice job there coming out of the timeout. Great shot by Edwards, Corey.
Kids, if you listen now, to float into your package.
And Forney gets another steal. So they're trying to get them a little run going. Oop, lost the ball. Most important thing on the ball. And it's Morris inside, and that's a nice move by Webster. And it's an 8-point game. See if Forney can try to continue their little run they had going until Mount Pleasant kind of shut it down. And a moving screen that's going to be charged to Forney.
I thought that was a push. Was it a moving screen?
Yeah, ball that was on number 4. Amir Owens, his fourth team foul for Forney. And Mount Pleasant looking to extend their lead. They lead by 8.
You know about a moving screen, a lot of times it's not the guy that's setting the screen, but it's the guy that setting the screen for his fault. But, we don't want to talk about that.
You got to come right off the edge of the shoulder. You got to rub it. He didn't on that. He left space.
You have to set. The guy that's setting the screen is already set. You run off of him.
Chisholm, 3. Yeah, if you're the dribbler, you've got to rub shoulders with the screener. That way there's no room for the defender to get in between. Ooh, nice pass on the baseline, throws it down. Harrison with a dunk. That was a nice move for the baseline court.
He didn't dribble it. That's the other thing. He didn't dribble it. He's driving baseline.
Ooh, and a crossover attempt gone wrong there for Chisholm. Forney looking to try to. Those kind of plays right there can get the momentum back.
I mean, it's gonna be an ebb and flow game. You gotta get your kids to understand that early. If it's a close game, it's gonna benefit Forney.
Ooh, Webster was there. Or Harrison, I'm sorry, he was open. They got to look for those cutters.
Good lane.
Ooh, up and under, swatted away there on Mount Pleasant. And that was Kyler Smith with the swat, but Forney stayed with it, and they're going to go to the line. Foul's going to be charged to 24. That's going to be on Chandler Chisholm.
That's a foul you hate to have, especially in the paint like that.
I'm sorry, that foul was on Carter Chisholm. There's a Chisholm on both teams that are 24. That's kind of confusing. I wonder if they're related.
I doubt it.
As Edwards hits the first. Two for 2 at the line for Edwards.
Now Forney's back in the press a little bit, speed up the tempo.
Yeah, they've gone back. It's only a 4-point lead now. They cut it in half.
Attack now. Pass.
Ooh, deep skip. Ooh, nice catch. Mount Pleasant taking their time. Little weave option X. Ooh, miscommunication, and Forney picks it up.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh! He throws it down with a tomahawk.
Well, first he carried the basketball.
Harrison.
Well, I'm glad they didn't call it a carry. But
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, and a steal from Forney. Oh.
In the past few games, we've seen, 6 basketball games? That was one of the biggest carries I've seen in a long time. But they let it play. I like for them to just let it play.
That foul was charged to number 13 for Forney. Jordan Fabian is first. So 3 up, off the mark, and ball's loose. Mount Pleasant picks it up. It's Chisholm back in, right hand on the left side, no good. It's thrown away. Ball's loose, picked up by Mount Pleasant. Oh, and a big shot. All that. And Carter Chisholm rips Forney's heart out with a 3, Corey.
That's got to hurt for Forney. You had a good possession. You had a very good possession there.
Well, that just shows how the ball is the most important thing on the floor. And when that ball's bouncing around, one dive or one effort to get the ball back can lead to something like that. That's why you can't ever just stand around and watch the ball. You got to be going at it.
A lot of times the good thing is you don't know how to lose basketball games, especially Mount Pleasant, you're undefeated. They don't know how to lose. That may have been in tough situations, but knowing how to lose games is not in the vocabulary at this point. That means they make winning plays.
Forney looking for a good shot here against this 2-3 zone. McDonald.
The steal.
Nice steal. Good hands there by Hills. And Morris. Ooh, nice move by Morris. Oh, and Forney picks up the rebound. That's Lee Edwards. And he gets stolen from behind, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Forney with 2:26 to go here in the first half.
It's a good dribble weave in and out.
Jackson Sanders back in for the Jackrabbits.
Oh, that's going to be a foul. That's a bad foul right there if you're Mount Pleasant. Xavier Hills.
Try.
It's his first, but that reach, you got to wait for it.
You'll test the waters a little bit.
Well, he tested it. They're going to get you about 95% of the time when you reach across and hit the body. McDonald double team, and they get his arm.
I'm going to say this, you let that play. That's a steal. You let that play. Don't blow that whistle.
Well, they got Morris with it, and that's his second.
You got to come out.
Now he's got to come out the rest of the half. So that's a big call.
It is a big call, but I think that's a play on. You just got trapped. You walk right into it and you got trapped. Let him play.
So Forney looking to take advantage of that call. Ooh, nice flash. McDonald.
That was a good shot, actually.
Yeah, that was he had a good shot right at the free throw line. You'll take that shot. That's the sweet spot of that zone when they're extending it that far.
He didn't roll to the basket. Should have rolled. Oh, he got it.
Lob, nice position. Couldn't quite finish there for Price. Oh, Chisholm going right at McDonald. And the ball fought for and kept in by Price. And jumpers off the mark. Price again. And he traveled that time.
I don't listen.
But,
hey,
well, here's the deal.
I do not care.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that at all. Give me the ball.
He wants it more than everybody else scoring.
Give me the basketball. Give me the rock. I don't care at all.
Price single-handedly kept that position alive 2 or 3 times there. Love that.
Hey,
you know I'm going to love that.
Yeah, I'm going to love it too. I'm going to pass it back out. I want that to be.
Donald up 3. Drano.
That's a big shot.
Or Edwards, I'm sorry.
That's a big shot.
And Edwards. Edwards got 10 points.
Yeah.
He's had a good half for Forney. And it's a 2-point game. See if Mount Pleasant takes one or if they're going to go ahead and shoot it here. It's Chisholm. Oh, Chisholm says, I'll take the 3. Gets his own rebound. Another one off the mark. And a big rebound for Forney. But then Harrison throws it into the first row.
Threw that one away.
I think he saw somebody in white on the front row over there. Thought they were open. So with 43.4 to go, now do you take one shot, Corey?
If it's the best shot possible, no. But if it's the best shot possible,
you're guaranteed to have the lead if you take the last shot here.
I want the best shot. I don't want the last shot. I want the best shot.
Okay.
If it's early in the shot clock, I'll take it.
Drive, Chisholm, and there's a good shot. Chisholm to Chisholm, and Carter Chisholm makes it 7th point of the game for him. And Forney trails by 4. Clock rolling under 15 to go. See what Forney has drawn out here. McDonald has it up top. It's over Harrison, drives in, a lot of contact, and a good call there, and that's a huge foul, Corey. As if you're Kelsey Morris, you can't be near that ball. 2 fouls with 5 seconds to go in the half, right? I mean,
it's tough, but you got to contest. He's not going to let him go. He's not just going to let him go and make him get a wide open uncontested shot.
You got to let him go. At this point in the game, that foul is more important than a bucket here.
He's already been beat. He's already been beat offensively. Turn the edge, turn the corner. He's at the lane. I see what you're saying.
At this point in the game, you can't foul.
Yeah, good steal.
They're going to give it a jump ball with 1.6. And it's going to go to Mount Pleasant. So we'll see if they can throw a deep pass here and get a shot off. I'm looking at midcourt right now for Webster. Well, they're not going to do that. They're going to go with Chisholm, and it's going to be quite a bit short. So that's going to do it for the first half. A well-played half at that. Mount Pleasant leads Forney 26-22. Coach Marshall, thoughts of that first half?
Exactly what I was thinking. You know, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to beat a team twice. And so the best thing about losing against a team and having to play them again is that you can take exactly what you didn't do in the first time you lost and apply it to the new time you play them. And that's the good thing about that. The bad part about that is other teams they may change everything that they do. But like I said before, and this is something you got to think about. If the game is close, it's going to favor Forney.
Okay. For those out there, tell them why you think that, Corey.
Well, because I think Forney is going to play tight, and they're not going to play as loose as they want to be. So if the game is tight and they're going to make shots, Forney's going to take possession every single time.
So Forney,
it's a possession game for Forney.
Okay, so let me put it at you this way: is Forney playing with house money that there's not any pressure on them?
Of course.
If they lose this game, then everyone's like, oh, they lost to Mount Pleasant that had been beaten. Mount Pleasant hadn't lost. If they lose this game, it's a failure of a season for them.
Absolutely.
Because they're undefeated. They're thinking state championship.
So the thing about it is it's highly unlikely that you blow out a team that beat you before and is 32-0. Mm-hmm. It's highly unlikely that you do that. So that's why I said that if the game is close, because Forney is playing not to lose. Mount Pleasant is playing to win. Forney's playing not to lose, so every possession counts. If the game is close, they want to hold the ball. I'm not going to get you into that. I want to take charges. I want to hold the ball. That's why I said they're playing to win the game. I mean, they're playing not to lose, basically.
Yeah.
But Mount Pleasant wants to speed up the tempo. Everything's in their favor at this point. They're the heavy favorites. They want to speed up the tempo. They want to do everything else.
All right. Well, let's look at some first half point stats here. We'll start with Mount Pleasant, who leads at half 26-22. Kai Price had 4 points. Reggie Webster had 4 points. Kelsey Morris led the way. He had 10 points. Kyler Smith. No, I'm sorry. He had 9 points. I'm sorry. So Morris had 9. Smith had 2. Carter Chisholm had 7 points. That makes up the 26 for Mount Pleasant. Forney. Ronnie Harrison had 6 points with a couple of nice slams, a couple of highlight reel dunks. We had Jackson Sanders with 3 points, Jaden Jefferson with 3 points, and then Janarius Edwards leads the way with 10 points. So Edwards was quietly had a good half. He didn't do anything super fancy, impressive. He just scored when they needed it. And then, of course, you had Harrison was throwing down some nasty dunks.
Yeah, Harrison got away with a big carry. And I'm telling this as a joke. I mean, it's a big joke that I got going on. It's a carry. Nonetheless, good steal, big dunk. Got a couple of dunks already in the basketball game. But the more you've seen basketball before, I'm not impressed by it. A dunk is a dunk unless you're just ungodly and it's just nasty and it's. But
I'm still
good dunks.
Dunks were pretty good. I mean,
dunks are pretty good. They're not all-star game worthy, but a dunk is a dunk. But at the end of the day, those are things that Forney needs. They need that tempo change. They need that awareness.
All-star game. Do you speak of some all-star game?
Yeah, we had a dunk in the all-star game didn't we cover that?
Yeah, we did. But this year, I think there's going to be maybe a contest that might see who the best dunker is. Are we scouting out dunkers?
That'd be a nice little dunker right there.
I mean, Rodney Harrison could be a candidate.
Yeah, a senior.
Senior, yeah, 6'6".
Okay. Like
yeah, we'll have the Azalea Orthopedic NETsn All-Star game here here in April. We'll be covering that here, and he'll be at Wagstaff Gymnasium here.
We won't be in the stands covering the game either.
We'll be down on the table. We're going to have lots. We're going to have our whole crew involved. We're going to have Kyle, Jeremy, Rob, Keith, Vince. Everybody be out. So it's going to be a big NETsn production. So stay tuned for more details on that if you're watching. We'd like to thank everyone for either watching on NFHS or listening to us on YouTube. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back for the second half here in Wagstaff Gymnasium in Tiger College as Mount Pleasant leads this area round game 26-22. Right back.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
We're back here on NETsn. Second half action here in this 5A Region 2 area round game. Mount Pleasant's up by 4.
See if either team can extend the lead. Mount Pleasant went back in his own.
Floater, no.
The box out.
Yep. Ball's still sitting around.
You got to be ready to shoot that.
Three-pointer from the corner, off the mark. Nice box out. That's Coach's son box out right there, Corey, as Peyton Chisholm. He's been taught how to box out.
I mean, why not?
Probably been in the gym since he could just walk, probably.
Basically.
Yeah. Pleasant. Nice drive from Chisholm. Going to draw some contact.
Yeah, he's been on riding his body, riding him on the hip. Get that foul any day.
So Aiden McDonald charged with the foul, his second. First team foul of the half. And it's going to send Peyton Chisholm, the 6-foot senior guard from Mount Pleasant, to the line for 2 free throws.
A shot.
First free throw is good.
And, of course, after the free throws, here come the press. Well, they may not, but.
And 2 for 2 at the line. Well, sort of. They're going to kind of soft press here. Maybe wait till get across half court and jump in a trap, possibly. Forney gets it across. Nice ball movement from Forney. Very well coached there. I can tell they got the press break. Almost looked elementary to them.
That's 2 things you need to know how to do. Number 1, you need to know how to break a press.
Ooh, nice shot by Edwards. He picks up where he left off.
And number 2, number 1, you need to know how to break the press. And number 2, you need to know how to run a zone offense. That's very important.
Ooh.
It's close.
As Harrison was looking for another dunk there, he couldn't quite get the steal.
And Bret and everyone was asking, why do you need to know those 2 things? Anytime in a game, the defense can change.
Yep.
So you got to be able to know how to do that on the fly.
You got to be able to play every defense and play against every defense.
Yeah.
In and out, and nice. They're going to get over the back.
I don't like that call.
Ooh.
I do not like that call.
That was tough. Foul charge to Kai Price. His first.
The problem with Kai Price, he's undersized. That's the problem with Kai Price. If he was 6'7", he'd be perfect at a junior college, mid-major level side. But he's 6'4". He's got some good springs.
He's quick off his feet.
Yeah.
That's why he's able to get some of those rebounds. Deep 3, good. Big shot from Jaden Jefferson. His second 3 of the night. He's got 6 points. And Forney's cut the lead, yeah. Nice drive from Chisholm. Made it look easy, Corey. Too easy, though.
Yeah, he's an elite level guard. Let him take control. Like, hey, I'm not going to go anywhere else. Not going to run my offense to anything but my point guard. Good charge.
That's a good job, and that's going to be on Edwards.
There you go. Now you can take this Winnie School of Flops and.
Hey,
I'll give you that one.
That was a good one. So
I'll give you that one. I saw it happen a mile away. He stepped in and took a charge.
A while ago, you said I don't like that call. I don't like that.
I didn't
play.
like that call. That was a charge.
The other one was a charge too. It's the same thing. He rotated on defense smartly.
You say potatoes, I'll tell you whatever it is opposite. We keep going.
You can't argue with the head of the class on the Sweeney School of Flops, Corey.
If you're going to name a school after something that you did, obviously I can't argue with that.
Yeah. It's not like I just named it arbitrarily. I earned that.
The fact that you name it Flops.
Because it's all about selling the flop. If you don't sell it, if you just take it in the chest, they're going to call a block on you. And they're driving a nice one there for Morris. If you don't sell it, you don't get it. And it's just as pure as that. No, another back-to-back nice drives. That one for Forney's Jaden Jefferson. He's got 5 quick points here in the third quarter. Yep. And we're staying right about that 5 3-point margin. As long as we stay in that area, Forney's got a chance, like you said, Corey. Ooh, nice driving a block by Harrison.
I like Kai Price.
But Kai Price stayed with it.
I like his game. He's just a little bit taller. He'll be okay.
But he doesn't have to guard anybody real tall in this game, so he can be a big factor. Oh, a nice rebound by Harrison. Oh, and that's going to be a foul. But, man, that was a man's rebound,
That's a grown
Corey.
man rebound.
He got that one.
That was a grown man rebound right there. That was a grown man rebound.
The problem with that is now he missed the layup, and it cost him a foul. So now he's got 3, and he's staying out there. So Coach Holloway's trusting his senior. He's 6'6". So he's staying out there with the 3 fouls. It's very risky, but we'll see how it turns out. And now he's been isolated on the best ball handler on the floor in Chisholm. You're Harrison, you cannot pick up one here. And good defense, way to stay straight up. Great job. So Forney back with the ball, looking to cut into this 5-point lead for Mount Pleasant. Oh, nice flash from McDonald. Edwards with a find. Great cut to the basket. Oh, we got some little jousting going on here. We got Jordan Fabian and Chisholm. Yeah, he's kind of shoving him off. He didn't like that too much. Drive, no good, and then tripped. No call. And Harrison picks it up. Gets it up the floor to his man, Jefferson.
2 good no calls.
Jefferson, that's off left. Ooh, I saw that from here.
That was a very disrespectful 3-point. If that would have went in, like, hey.
This gym would have erupted.
You calling shots, boy? Yeah, I like that.
Drive, tipped up. Harrison picks it up and gets it up to Jefferson. Back to Harrison. Floater. That's good defense by Chisholm. What did they call there?
Is that a timeout?
They call it on number 5.
That's interesting.
Reggie Webster.
That's interesting.
I didn't see that one, but
yeah, that's interesting. As to why.
Now I'll go back to that defensive play by Carter Chisholm. That was an impressive. He made him float it instead of letting him go to the lane. He stood there. He knew he was going to get. He had 4 fouls, so he wasn't going to run over him. If he did, he was going to be out of the game.
Yeah.
So smart play by Chisholm. And with 2:21 left here in third, we've got a ball game here, Corey.
Yeah, like I said, if it's close, it favors the Jackrabbits. So it's a high level game at this point. You know, like I said, Mount Pleasant's playing to win the basketball game. You know, if it's situational, I don't know if they've been in this situation before. So if it's situational, it may favor Forney. The only way to do this, Forney's got to keep making shots.
Yeah.
Limit them to 1 possession, keep making shots down the stretch, and put pressure on Mount Pleasant regardless. That's how you win the basketball game.
Yeah.
You know, let 1 possession and keep making shots.
So you can come out here on the timeout and draw something up.
Absolutely. I go to
a lob to the basket or a 3. Which one?
I don't know if it's a lob to a basket. Like I said, if I'm Coach Holloway, I draw a play. It may not be something we're drawing up. It may be something that the assistant coaches have seen, and maybe an advantage that they see. Maybe a slip screen, maybe a flash screen, something that their advantage that they can take to make a shot. That's what you want in this possession. And it's the perfect time to do it on this timeout. Maybe the first thing that you obviously want to see is the inbounds play. If you can score on a quick hit on the inbounds, that's perfect.
Well, that's what I'm looking for. What are you drawing out this timeout? Like on the inbound?
Well, it looks like they're going to go a
lob to Harrison.
But that's maybe the decoy.
Nope. Lob to Harrison. Bucket. Nice play coming out
why
of that.
Why not, right?
And the lead is 1.
There you go. There's your point. That's the basket that you need.
Yeah.
That's the timeout by Mount Pleasant.
And a full timeout, Mount Pleasant will take it with them. 2:11 left here in the third. Don't go anywhere. Mount Pleasant undefeated at 34-0. Leads by 1 over Forney. Be right back here on NETsn. We're back here on NETsn.
Hands on your knees. Oh.
And just over 2 minutes to go here in the third. Mount Pleasant lead is cut to 1. Let's see what Coach Chisholm has drawn up coming out of the timeout.
That's exactly what you do if you're Forney. That's exactly what I was talking about last time. They changed the whole defense. They just go to a timeout. Now they change the defense. Perfect. I was mentioning this the last time we had a game this past week, and I said this is the perfect time you change your defense.
How many times did you say that?
Multiple times. But
did it ever happen?
That's very good coaching. Now that they changed the defense, Mount Pleasant they don't know what to do at this point.
Did it ever happen last game?
No, it didn't happen last game. Because now you're thinking if you're Mount Pleasant, okay, my play that I just drew up, now I can't run that play. I can't run that set.
So now they're set to just hold the ball now, Corey.
They might be.
It looks like it is. They're just going to keep the ball up top with Chisholm and kind of.
Now they're out of the zone. Not out of the zone, but.
Drive, pull up, off the mark, and rebound Forney. So with a minute to go, Forney's got a chance to take the lead. We'll see what they do here. Clock going under a minute. Nice defense by Chisholm.
That was a very good strategy by Coach Holloway. Very good strategy.
It worked. It definitely did. So drive baseline, spin. McDonald, 3. Off long. Oh, nice job for the hustle rebound there by Edwards. Harrison, top of the key for 3. Nothing but net. Ronnie Harrison with a huge 3 as Forney takes the lead with just about 30 seconds to go here in the third. What a shot, Corey.
Exactly what I said was trying to happen. Limit them to a possession, change the defense.
Three-pointer for Chisholm, off left, tipped up, rebound Harrison.
One possession.
Here we go. 5 seconds to go, let's see where they go. Three-pointer up at the horn, short. And Jefferson just short on that 3.
I think the gym would have just lost it.
Might have erupted as Forney takes the lead going into the fourth, 36-34. Don't go anywhere, right here on NETsn. We're back here in the fourth quarter as number 8 Forney leads number 4 Mount Pleasant by 2. And Forney staying in that 2-3 zone, Corey. It's really caused Mount Pleasant some problems there to close that quarter.
They slowed Mount Pleasant down. That's another thing that they've done. And they forced them.
3 up, short, and rebound picked up, and Edwards looks to run. Edwards steps to the side. It's going to be a block. Good move by Edwards to slide to the right to avoid the charge. Foul's going to be charged to Carter Chisholm, number 24. His second.
I always say, especially in basketball games, there's always a chess match between coaches. So you make this move, okay, now I got to make this move. It's up to Coach Chisholm to see what move he makes now. How does he change what they do? You're down by 2 points, 7:31 left in the game, plenty of time. But Coach Holloway's made the first move. He's made the first move already. He's made now, of course, he can always change back to go with something else. And he missed those 2 free throws detrimental.
Those are pretty big free throws missed there by
But now
Edwards.
Coach Chisholm's got to say, how do we change this? You know, they're wanting the basket because I can guarantee you what's going to happen. If Mount Pleasant makes a basket, they're going to a press.
They're going to overload a side or something, try to get a shot. Pull up floater, rebound. Oh, nice rebound there. Webster just hung in the air, picked up the rebound.
Here comes a press.
36-36.
So tie game here. 7 minutes to go. Harrison loses
It's not
control.
the right guy that they won't have him.
No, and he needs to get away from that ball before he picks up a 4th foul. Just get back on D, take that one on the chin, and then there you go. As Mount Pleasant turned it right back over. That's why you get back on defense and not pick the foul up in the backcourt.
So now Mount Pleasant gets a dead ball, and then they're about to press. Now you got to break the press.
Oh, good defense there by Price. His long arms got it. So we'll see who comes and gets it. Looks like it's going to be McDonald. They're going to get it back to Edwards. Let him handle it. So Edwards has been there. Him and Harrison have been a 1-2 combination for Forney tonight. And there's Harrison, 3-corner. Oh, in and out. Oh, that would have been a big shot. That was
a very good look.
But definitely a good shot.
That was Harrison's 3-point shot earlier. They caught them the lead.
It was in rhythm, so that's why it was a good shot. It wasn't forced. He caught the ball in rhythm and shot it.
And if I was Edwards, I'd take I'd pump fake. The next time, if I get an opportunity, then I'd go to the basket. Because they're expecting you to shoot the ball, give them a nice fake.
So here we go. Still the 2-3 zone for Forney. Just over 6 to go in the game. We have a tied game.
2-3 zones work to this point.
A shot for Chisholm. Off. And Harrison. Good rebound.
Like I said, 2-3 zones work for their favor because they're able to rebound the basketball out of the zone. They don't want to push it in transition. They just want to get the rebound and close the possession. If they can give them a shot, and right now, Mount Pleasant hasn't been making 3-pointers.
Yep. Harrison, free throw jumper, short. Ooh, and Edwards almost had it, but couldn't quite come up with it. So
Edwards
Mount
has got the green light.
Yeah.
Edwards has a JUCO
game. Now, here's the thing. If you're Mount Pleasant, you're going to have to hit a 3 here.
I mean, you don't have to hit a 3,
but don't you agree that the 3 would help them right now? Because
you need a basket.
Forney's going to sit back in the zone. A 3 would maybe try to loosen it up a little bit. They're going to have to, if they continue to miss 3s, they're going to still continue to sit in the zone, which has worked.
So here's the psychological part of it. The zone is frustrating Mount Pleasant because the longer the clock ticks and they're not scoring, they're looking at the clock.
Edwards.
Good ball fake.
Jumper baseline off the mark. That's going to be out on Forney, or out on Mount Pleasant to Forney.
Like I said, the zone is a psychological thing too. They're not seeing any fast break points. They're not seeing any layups, and we're forcing 3-pointers, and the ball's not going in.
It's making their score hard.
Yeah. And then they keep looking at the clock, and the clock's ticking, and we don't have a lead. Yeah. So that's a lot. It's a lot to think about.
Harrison, loses the ball. Wow, that was fortunate. Wow, Harrison loses the ball. It ends up in the hands of Jefferson, and he hits the bucket. And Forney's back ahead, and an offensive foul. And that's a huge foul because that's on Morris, and that's his 4th.
Sweeney School of Flops.
What do you think, Corey?
He got pushed. That was a charge.
Okay.
He sold it, but it's definitely a charge.
That's pretty close to an A+. I mean, that's top of the class type charge right there.
It was a lot easier.
You draw the contact, and he slid on the floor to draw that extra. Just the ref's got to call it.
It was a lot easier than you thought it was, especially when his hands or his arms extended anyway.
Yeah, but it's still, you can slide an extra 5 feet. It helps.
That's a block.
Another foul call. That was going to go on Mount Pleasant's number 5, Reggie Webster, his 2nd. So 5 team fouls for Mount Pleasant. So clock ticks. We're looking about almost A little over 4 to go.
Good hands.
And it goes, saves it under your own basket, and Edwards for 3. Drano. What a turn of events. You save the ball under your own basket, which is kind of, or under the other team's basket, which is pretty much a no-no. And
So
it goes right to them. And then Harrison, a man's rebound for Harrison. He pulled it down amongst trees. And Edwards goes in, draws contact, that's a block, and he's going to the line.
Remember what I just told you about the zone? They haven't scored in the zone like they wanted to.
Yeah.
They're frustrated. Now they're down 41 to 36. They're getting desperate. Sometimes I hate being right. I don't know.
We've seen a lot of basketball games, of course, so we're right quite a bit. I mean, it's okay to be right. Free throw good for Edwards. I mean, that play a while ago, there had 2 plays in a row. You had Harrison dribbled crazy. It ended up in the hands of Jefferson. He hits a jumper. Then Matt Pleasant saves the ball under Forney's basket. It bounces out to Forney. They get an open 3 and hit it. I mean,
you can't make that up.
Sometimes it's just when it's your night, it's your night. And Edwards gets a roll.
All right, so now you're down by 7 points. Now Forney is extending the zone out a little bit.
Well, just to make them pick the ball up.
Now they're going, looks like,
So they're going to stick the same. I still think that somebody on Mount Pleasant needs to hit a 3. And Forney looks to run. They got Edwards up real long. Right hand on the left side, and Edwards finishes. There's got to get a timeout here, I would think. And they're going to get it right here. And the student section of Forney is going berserk. And we got a timeout for Mount Pleasant. And that's going to be a full with 3:30 left in the game. Forney 45, Mount Pleasant 36. We'll be back for the finish here on NETsn. We're back on NETsn. It's Bret CM alongside Corey Marshall. And Corey, what a game.
Yeah. I mean, it's 45-36, 3:30 left in the ball game, and the undefeated team could go down. And it's almost standing room only. I think we'll have to stand up here in a minute.
We may have to see. It's gets it inside, and there's the shot they need. An easy look, and the bucket's good by Webster. He's got 8. Forney breaks the press. Wide open 3. Oh, that would have been a big one. As Harrison tips it, but I think it's going to go to Forney. And it is off Harrison. Ooh, that could have been a dagger shot right there.
Well, this is where you have to go here. If you're Forney, you still have the lead. I'd show zone. I would show zone. If it gets under a minute and 30 and he's in possession, I'd show zone and then get in a man. Change up the defense. The defense got to change eventually.
Man on first pass type deal?
Yeah.
Drive and a finish. Ty Price. So back-to-back buckets. The lead is now 5. So here we go. 2:35 left. McDonald. Stolen away. It's Morris. He goes up contested and finishes over Harrison. So Morris, so it's a 3-point game, Corey.
Remember when I said Mount Pleasant doesn't know how to lose basketball games.
Well,
maybe they're a little battle tested.
Here we go. And we got a full timeout from Forney. We'll take it with him. Don't go anywhere. 2:13 left. The streak is on the line. Forney leads Mount Pleasant 45-42 here on NETsn. We're back here on NETsn, 2:13 to go. Mount Pleasant is on a 6-0 run to cut this 9-point lead to 3 with 2 minutes to go. Get the ball in across half court. Forney trapping. A lob backside and
a big shot by Forney.
A floater by Jackson Sanders. And they stretch the lead to 5. Three-pointer up, off the mark. And it's going to go to Forney. I don't like that shot, Corey.
No, like I said, they're a little frustrated. They didn't want them to get back into the zone.
Yeah. But that was a really quick just pull up. Didn't even get any really movement of the zone at all. Just kind of pulled up and shot it there. And that's, like Morris shooting it, but not like that. And they full court pressure. Forney.
The pass.
The lob. Oh, he throws it down. It's Harrison with the lob catch. And the lead is 7 with 1:30 left. 3 off the mark. Harrison tries to get it, and Edwards picks it up.
Rebound.
And Forney's looking to go. Harrison has it. Oh, pass over to Edwards. What a look from Harrison. The Edwards-Harrison combination has been deadly. A tip up, and it's good. Price puts it in. And with 1:04 to go, Forney up 51-44.
Ouch.
Woo.
Ouch.
Man, oh, man.
Ouch. Ouch.
Oh. Aichi Wawa. We're going to stay here with 1:04 left, Corey.
Where are we going?
We're not going anywhere. We've seen Mount Pleasant score in bunches here. It's not over.
Listen, 1:04 left in the ball game now. It's a foul.
And they're at the perfect spot for this time of game. They got 16 fouls, so there's not any foul to get in the bonus. They're already there, and they haven't used any of their bonus, so they'll have 3 chances to foul. And so Forney's going to have to make some 1-and-1 chances. We talk about how those free throws, and they're free for a reason.
All right.
So they're free for a reason, Corey.
Yeah.
And so right now, it's Forney's chance. If they make free throws and they take care of the ball, they win this game. But that's not as easy as it sounds.
Listen, 1:04 left in the basketball game. 3 things that they need from Mount Pleasant. You need a steal and a quick basket. After that, you need a three-pointer. I say a three-pointer because they need that for the mental psyche.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily need it, but.
Well, I've been calling for it for a while. And Forney trying to get the ball in. They got it into McDonald, and he's hammered.
Yeah, that's a foul.
And not sure who took the worst of that blow, because foul is going to be charged to Kai Price, his second, and that's going to send McDonald to the line. This Price kind of took one low there when he fouled him.
Yeah, he just kind of crumbled.
So here we go, 1:01 left. You've got
2 shots in
Aiden McDonald. He has not shot a free throw tonight, I don't believe. So we'll see if the 6-foot senior can come through.
Next one.
And he does. There's one down. So his third and biggest point of the night right there. So 52-44. And just like nothing to it, he goes up and puts 2 for 2 in, and the lead's back to 9. See what Mount Pleasant does. Jumper, and bucket's good. So count the bucket for Morris, and there was a foul.
Ouch.
And with 52.9, let's see. I didn't see who they call it on, Corey.
I don't know. I don't think the official knows who called it on.
So one shot. The foul's charged to number 2, Jackson Sanders, his first.
So do you shoot to make the free throw or you shoot to miss?
I think you still got to make it at this point. If you miss it, you miss it. And it's good. So we've got a 6-point game, so it's now 2 possession. Jefferson with it. He's guarded in the backcourt by Price. Oh, and he's trying for a timeout, and he gets it.
Ooh, timeout.
Nice timeout there from Jefferson. He was in trouble.
Right.
And it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So,
honestly, there's no strategy at this point. It's either you want to get a clean inbounds play, single possession, and then run as much clock as you can.
Yeah.
And
while we've got a second, Corey, I'd like to thank everyone for watching our broadcast or listening. If something you can do for us, if you enjoyed our broadcast today, like and subscribe on our channel. Like this video if you're on YouTube. If you're watching on NFHS, go to our YouTube channel. It's there on the top, youtube.com/NETsn live. Give us a subscribe. Like some of our content. We've got baseball coming up. It's just now getting started. We're going to have some more broadcasts on NFHS throughout the playoffs. Follow us on Twitter, NETsn_live. You'll know where we're going to be. We appreciate everyone tuning in, as it's been a classic here in Game 2.
Oh, but I'm not worried about baseball tonight. I'm worried about this hoops right now. 53-47.
Yeah, there might be some baseball fans out there, Corey.
Oh, you just got to roll with the joke, man.
Come on.
Roll with the joke.
There we go. It's Forney. Going to try to hang on to the ball here. Let's see what they have drawn up out of this timeout here. Going to get it back out top, and the foul's going to be committed, and that's going to send Jackson Sanders to the line. Foul's charged to Peyton Chisholm. His first, 8th team foul, so it's still going to be a 1-and-1 right here, Corey. So, and here's something I don't like. It's a personal preference. Unless you just know your guy's going to make two, why do you not put some guys down for a rebound? They don't do it anymore. I don't know if they just think they're going to step in the lane too early.
Just a defensive strategy.
I guess it worked there as he makes the first free throw. I just don't like it personally. If you can have guys down for a rebound, especially at this time of the game.
So what if the defensive team tips the ball out and there's nobody back and they get a wide open layup?
I mean, it's different things. They make one, so it's a 7-point game. Mount Pleasant turns the ball over. It goes through the hands of Morris. So, let's see what we have. We can't really see down there on this near end. Everyone's standing up.
Yeah. Scores table next time. Disrespect.
Brandon's down there in our spot, Corey.
Yeah. I need him to tell him next time NETsn is going to be there.
Inbounds to McDonald. He looks to get through the pressure. He almost turned it over. Still got it. Deep throw, and it goes into the second row. So with 23.2, Mount Pleasant has the ball, still down 7, but that kind of gives them a little bit of life. Let's see who gets a shot. It's Chisholm. 3 up. Good. That's Webster for 3. Timeout for Mount Pleasant. It's going to be a full one. So with 17 seconds left, Corey, 4-point game. Now, same strategy. It's still going to be a 1-and-1. There's 18 fouls now. So you're going to, if you're Mount Pleasant right now, you're going to put people in that you want to foul. Maybe you protect the guy that's got foul trouble. You don't want them to pick up fouls at this point. You want to keep them in the game. And you probably know kind of who you don't and do want to foul right now. I've seen McDonald hit 2 and pretty pure. I don't want to foul him. Is there anybody on the floor you want to foul specifically, you think, if you're Mount Pleasant? Just from watching the game and seeing.
Well, not really.
Just not McDonald to me.
Yeah,
because he just hit 2 and they were pretty pure free throws.
Yeah, I mean, everybody else, honestly, they got some good guards that made shots down the stretch. So at this point, if you're Mount Pleasant, whoever catches the ball in the inbounds, you foul them immediately.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is.
So you're not picky at this point.
No, it's 17 seconds. I can't be picky.
So here we go. 17 to go. Forney leads 54-50. They throw it up to Harrison, and oh, the ball came out, but they call a foul. Now, normally you don't foul. You don't want to get your big man the ball.
That was the best foul.
But he's got a pretty good stroke. But it's 54-50 with 15.1.
I'd rather him shoot the free throws than anybody else.
So that was probably the best one.
That was strategy. That strategy could backfire for Forney, for sure.
So here we go. So at the line, you got Ronnie Harrison, the 6'6 senior. He's got 13 points. Let's see if he can add to it here at the line with 15.1 to go. First free throw, good. So now if you're Mount Pleasant, you get a quick shot. If it's a 3 or 2, whatever, first thing you get that's open here, right, Corey? And, oh, it creeps in. 6-point game. Chisholm, 3, in. Mount Pleasant steals the ball, and they have the ball with 4.8 to go. Holy mackerel, it's not over yet. Wow. So Mount Pleasant has the ball with 4.8 to go under their own basket, Corey. Here we go. They've got a chance to tie the game. Inbound. Open 3. Webster off the mark. Ball goes to Forney with 1.2. And it was Morris, I'm sorry. Morris had an open 3 in the corner, and they couldn't connect. Oh. So now Forney has the ball under Mount Pleasant's basket with 1.2. It's got to be a steal and a shot for 3 at this point, which is going to be tough.
Steal and a heave.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Here's what I'm going to do if I'm Forney. I'm throwing the ball all the way down the other end, right? You're not even throwing the ball in on this end. You're going to go throw it all the way down. Make sure you deflect it so it doesn't come back here. But you throw it somewhere probably past half court. Make sure it's touched.
What I tell my guys.
Or you throw it to Harrison and let him catch it.
I tell my guys, I said, I throw it up to Harrison, and as soon as you catch it, just throw it up in the air.
Yeah.
Like, don't even attempt to do anything. As soon as you touch it, just throw it up.
Yeah. And the reason you don't want to do that, for those that don't know, if you throw the ball and it doesn't touch anyone, then it's going to come back with no time off the clock. So you do want to not throw it in down here, because if it's a steal and they steal it on the other end of the court, then they've got to heave it the entire length of the floor.
But like I said, if you're Harrison and you're talking to Harrison, he catches it.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately, if I catch it, I'm throwing it up. Like, literally throwing it vertically up in the air. Like, I'm not allowing the ball to come down.
Yeah, I'm throwing it. Let's see where they go with it. Forney throws it up, and it's catch it by Harrison. He catches it, and that's going to do it. And Forney has knocked off undefeated Mount Pleasant.
Down goes Frazier.
And the students have stormed the court here at Wagstaff.
Ouch. It hurts.
Man, what a game.
That hurts.
And then they play another one, bites the dust. Oh.
Fire the DJ.
Oh.
Fire the DJ immediately.
Man, oh man.
Fire the DJ immediately.
So now we've got a district rematch in the regional quarterfinals between Forney and Red Oak, and that's going to be a good one.
How fitting and proper. You know, Forney's got a good basketball team. Red Oak's guards are probably some of the best guards we've seen. Their guard play is really good. So, oh man, that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt, man. But that's what I said. I'd rather the game go. I'd rather the game go this way. It hurts because you're completely undefeated. You haven't lost a game all year, and you lose now. You know,
yeah.
I'd rather lose games before this
than
anything.
I will say, Corey, we talked earlier in the game, and what did you say about a close game?
I said if the game was close, it favored Forney.
And that was exactly what happened.
Because they played possession. So the zone was the best play call.
I'll tell you what the difference was. It was Forney's night when Harrison was trying to dribble up top. and he lost the ball, and it went over to Jefferson. He hit the jumper. That was one possession. The very next possession, Mount Pleasant saves the ball in. It bounces. McDonald picks it up and kicks it over to Edwards for 3 over here in the corner, and he hits it.
Yep.
Those 2 possessions right there that could have gone either way, they went Forney's way.
Forney made shots. Mount Pleasant couldn't. That's why I said Coach Holloway's choice to go zone.
Yeah, it was huge.
That was I love it because it changed tides.
That was the play of the game, was the switch to zone.
And it slowed down Mount Pleasant. And this is why you say that, is because they're not making shots. I mean, if you're not making shots, then you go on to the next possession. And, you know, I'm not worried about them making shots at this point. They haven't made one all night.
Yeah.
Unless it just get hot. If we play the zone that we can play, we're not allowing them to get wide open looks, that's fine. But it does 2 things for us. It switches us over and it allows us to rebound the basketball. And if we can rebound the basketball and limit them to 1 possession, that's the possession that we have.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, they want to play a possession ball game. If it's close, they want to keep the ball game in possession. Mount Pleasant wanted to speed it up. They couldn't get anything going. Forney wasn't turning the ball over because of the press, and they weren't getting anything going either. And they tried. Mount Pleasant tried to play zone and speed up. They couldn't do that either. So it was a game of chess. As I said, the game of coaching is nothing but a big chess match. And that's why I love it, and that's why you coach the ball game. But undefeated team, you take them down. Hey, man, hats off to Forney. It's their night.
Yeah, hats off to all 4 teams tonight. Everybody, It was an impressive night. We knew it was going to be great. But just being here, the atmosphere was amazing. The crowd was amazing. The play was amazing. The coaching was great.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything that you could want in a doubleheader here in the Wagstaff Gymnasium, except for the fact that we were up here and not on courtside.
Yeah,
Other than that, you know.
I'm not going to let that live down. There's 2 open seats down there on the court that we could have had, and nobody else is calling the game but the radio. No disrespect to radio, but we're not radio.
Yeah, we hope everybody enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We really do. Let's go over to some stats, some final stats here. We'll start with Mount Pleasant, who ends their season at 34-1, and you never want to end your season with a 1 because that means you lost in the playoffs.
Especially the last loss.
Yeah. And so we'll start. We got Kai Price finished tonight with 10 points. Reggie Webster had 2, 4, 6. 12 points. We had Kelsey Morris, who had that game-tying shot, just come short. He had, 5, 9, 16 points. Peyton Chisholm had 7 points. Kyler Smith with 2 points. And Carter Chisholm had 7 points. For Forney, Ronnie Harrison had a great night. He had 13 points. Jackson Sanders with 5 points. Jaden Jefferson with 10 points. Aiden McDonald with 4 points. And the player of the game to me was Janarius Edwards.
Yeah.
He was a silent assassin to me, Corey. He didn't do anything spectacular, but when they needed buckets, those mid-rangers even, he made them. When they needed free throws, he made them. And when they needed a play made, he made them. He ended the night with 21 points. So
yeah, those are 21 big points he had. 2, man rebounds. I say man rebounds. You can hear the air go out of the basketball when he slapped it. So that's 2 good man rebounds there. Made a big 3-point shot late in the basketball game to finally give Forney the go-ahead lead in that particular drive.
So you're talking about Harrison?
Yeah.
I was talking about Edwards. 21.
Edwards.
Edwards had 21.
Now, Edwards had a 3-pointer. He made the 3-point
He
shot.
did make a 3, but I thought you were talking about the dunk.
No. He's had highlight plays, but his night, the biggest time of his night wasn't anything but the 3-pointer shot that he made.
Yeah.
That gave Forney the go-ahead lead.
Yeah.
And that's when they went after the timeout and went back in the zone. And that's when Forney didn't relinquish the lead after the end of the game. That was perfect. He had a grown man's night. He's got a nice junior college level game. I'm not saying it to disrespect the kid at all because he's freakishly athletic. There's a lot of coaches here tonight, but I like his game. It's kind of a tweener. Mm-hmm. So, but he's got a nice game, nice package, good-looking kid, big built. And if you haven't seen Forney play, I'm just giving him a lot of props. he's got a nice game, and 21, I bet he had at least 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
So he's had a double-double tonight, and I'm pretty sure he's one of the best players in that district. But clearly he's going to be a college basketball player if he's not a college football player. So I like to see him play. I like the way he plays.
Yeah, I agree. Well, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, if you enjoyed tonight's broadcast, or you want to see some other content that we've got lots of content that going on NETsn, youtube.com/NETsn live. That's our channel. Go subscribe to our channel. Like some of our videos. Those of you that enjoyed the audio stream, like that tonight and subscribe. We'll be somewhere next week. We'll have a game, and we'll be making our way up to Commerce for the weekend. For that should be a good 4A Region 2 tournament there. I mean, that's going to be some really good ball there. But we'll be somewhere earlier in the week, game or two. We won't know yet. We'll kind of see where all the who all wins and kind of play it from there. We'll let you know. The place you can find where we're going to be is Twitter, NETsn_live. We'll announce where we're going, where we're going to be. We'll have all the links for everything that we do posted up. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Corey, you got any final thoughts before we wrap up this broadcast?
Not at all. I hope both teams, organizations, fans that make it home safely tonight. Get ready for some more playoff action. So this is good. I hate that we're not going to be able to cover that game. It's probably going to be close to the Metroplex.
Yeah.
But that game's going to be a big one.
So shout out to our boy Rob being here tonight for us.
Big shout, Rob.
Rob on camera. Thank you for coming out tonight.
He doesn't know we're not on that feed, but it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. For Corey, I'm Bret. We'll catch you next time here on NETsn. The final here in Game 2 at Wagstaff. Forney knocks off previously unbeaten
goes Frazier.
Mount Pleasant 56-53 in a thriller. Thanks for watching. Good night, everyone.
The Northeast Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.